Down thing.
Good day, everyone. Here we are. I'm here with Scott, Scorpio Suntero, and Ginger Faye, two of my favorite readers. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, Stopher, thanks for having us here. I'm excited. This is going to be
Is your first time on my channel, right, Ginger Faye?
on your channel. It is.
Yay, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Is Scott second time?
Third?
I had an echo. Sorry about that.
Beep. Okay, your time's up. Next question. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, we got a feedback. Who's?
Okay.
All my devices are off.
It was me. I just fixed it.
Honestly, Scott, can't take you anywhere.
Y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. It was my fault. Sorry, we were just talking about that Stopher.
He's going to disconnect you or put your phone out. One of two.
He's going to kick me out.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out what was going on. I think I had the YouTube on, so sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me.
No, it was actually me. Anyway, hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We got a lot of the familiar faces in here. Thanks for being here. Prince Charming's mom. We got Richie, Jessica Lynn, Nivra, thank you. Viviani, as always, thank you. All right, Miss Moonlight Musing. I love the name Stopher. Well, thank you.
So do we.
I don't know if people know that my full name, my government name is Christopher.
I figured that out. I figured that.
Yeah, the quick story is when I was like in my 20s, I kind of wanted to differentiate myself from all the Chris's that were around me. And so I wanted to go by my full name, which was Christopher, and nobody could figure it out. It was always Chris. So I just started using the last half of the name.
I love it.
I do too. Yeah, very original.
I have to be unique.
Yeah. So what's new with you? What's new with you, Ginger?
Oh, you're one of those waiters that come by when you're ready to, mouthful of food.
I know, right?
I'm actually doing well. I'm on a, it's not spring break. They did things different last year and this year. We had spring break 2 weeks ago, and now we're on like an Easter break, which is a 4-day weekend. So I'm happy. Got my tea, got my friends. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I don't get a break.
Oh, they call personal days too.
Oh yeah, I've already used mine for the year.
Oh.
How about you, Scott? What's new?
Not much. Just been doing some lives and some started doing solo lives at night, which I find there's not many people who have been doing that, and I've been having a pretty good audience and good response to that. So yeah, just enjoying doing YouTube. Wish I could do it all the time. So,
yeah, I think I've been able to catch on the playback some of your midnight lives.
Yeah, I've been doing a few, but I got
what's up with that? Bedtime for me. Come on.
You'll have to watch the replay, Ginger, I guess.
Not as fun. I can't pick on you in a replay.
Well, that's true, unless you left some comments.
Someone's on a blacklist.
Well, we're going to be getting to some reading. So if anybody has questions, I'm open to mediumship today. Scott, you're open to mediumship?
Sure.
And Ginger?
I am.
Cool. So if you have mediumship requests, psychic questions, anything, go ahead and get those in the comments. Please put them in all caps with maybe a few emojis so we can easily identify them, and we will be happy to get you in the queue. And we'll just do it spirit-led, so it's going to be kind of a more random order. Thank you, Viviani. All right, let me go through and star anything that's come through.
100, Miss Flora. Wow.
Scott, you were live earlier today, right?
I was with Lisa Rhodes, Kindness and Light. I'm not sure. I haven't seen her come in yet, but yeah, she's brand new channel and she did great. Oh, nice. She's doing awesome. Yeah, brand new reader, brand new channel. So, you've probably seen Lisa around in the lives. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the name sounds familiar, and I did catch a little bit of it. I think I popped in, but I was also at work too, so I kind of do both.
Gotcha. You were work looking or
Work working.
work.
Yeah, last night I did a Paranormal Live with Heather, Indigo Jaguar, and it was fun. It ended up being 2 hours long.
2 hour. Oof.
Yeah, we're like, let's keep it about an hour, hour and 15, and next thing we know, 2 hours later.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah.
I do want to say, Miss Moonlight Musing, what is a mediumship request? So this would be, so we do mediumship, so we can connect you with a loved one that's in spirit. So if there is someone you would like us to connect you with today, just let us know who it is. So it'd be like their name and then the relationship to you, and get that in there, and we'll do our best to get to it and then connect. All right.
I see a oh, there's my baby.
Nancy,
My baby's here.
Oh, your son's
right
here.
away. Hello. All right, so we got a few on here. I'll just wait till there's like one or two more.
I see a relationship question. I'm going to go grab a different deck, or another deck. I should say, not different.
Did I see the relationship question?
Just one. I've only seen one. Excuse my body, everybody. Okay.
If you guys could get those in caps, that would help us out identify them.
Do you want me to help you start, Stopher? I see a couple here. Or,
Oh, do we have the ability to star as well?
I think so.
Oh, how cool.
No, I don't. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
How do I give you that ability?
I think it's something you do in the beginning.
Oh, I'd have to bring you on as a part. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I think I've got it. I just want to go through and make sure. Lots of mediumship requests. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought my messages were going to be different than yours. I was letting some of my friends know that I'm streaming through.
All right, we are going to go ahead and start. All right, Niver, thank you for your question. What does my love life look like over the next 3 months? Thank you.
Okay, is that what we're going to start out with?
Yeah, we're going to go right into love.
All right, you guys go ahead and let me get my deck out. I should have known there'd be a relationship reading in here.
Hey, Nibra, is it okay if I go? Okay. Nibra, what I've got is I pulled from the Whispers of Love, and it's very interesting because all of it says, all the cards say very slowly. So that's what the kind of what I was getting before I even pulled the cards, that something is probably going to develop, but if it is, it's going to be slow. So the first one I've got is have patience. It says love is patient and kind always. So got that one there. So I would say take your time, definitely. This one says listen with your heart. You're listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. So this is all about making a connection, I think, before a relationship, and in order to make that a specific kind of love. Um, Sometimes we have to work for that. So it's just being able to be there for yourself and for the other person as well, but showing your actions through love. And then I've got a physical touch. So this is just like the first, stages of, being in romance with someone. So if it were to come in, I think that it would be a more slow friendship building up to a relationship. And it says a tender touch can mean so much. Right. So I would just start out slow and let that develop, and then as it develops, you'll have more less expectations and more surprises. Right. So that's what I'm thinking for you.
I love it. I love it. Did you wanna go, Ginger?
Sure.
Ginger Faith?
Okay, so the first card I got was Three of Arrows. Excuse me, I lost my voice last weekend. Um, so it is. So I bought a new deck just for relationship readings, and I'm loving the artwork. And this card is telling me that you have some healing to do before you try to move on into a relationship. Please let the past go, whether it was a painful breakup or a loss. It's time for you to do that inner healing, move past that, learn to love yourself before you move on. And then this next card I got says it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead
Hmm.
of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself, which is very interesting. And I'm going to liken this card to Archangel Raphael because I don't know if you can tell, but these are green uh, wings, and Raphael is all about the green healing energy. And I got the Ten of Cups. So in the future, there's a prospect. Just make sure that you do some inner healing and be happy with you and who you are before you can move on.
I love it. I love it.
Artwork. Well, I didn't show it.
Oh, that's pretty. Which cards are
Those
those?
are beautiful.
Oh, where's my deck? Um, they're actually called the Lover's Path Tarot.
Oh, cool.
Brand new deck. So
I don't know if
you're
that's
my guinea pig, Nagra.
All right. Yeah, so Nivra, it's interesting. I got two cards that kind of look very similar to me. I got the Metamorphosis and then the Loyal Heart. And so you notice there's two images of the birds and the birds looking at each other. So what this is really kind of hitting home for me is there's likely somebody in your life now that you kind of already have a connection to that I feel like is working itself through some kind of romance or understanding of your connection. I do sense as we talk about the next 3 months that I don't want to say that like, I just think there might be like a rockiness to like kind of figuring it out and how it looks like for you two. I do sense in June there's going to be a little bit of a gap as far as communication with this romance, where it's going to feel like maybe it's not going in the direction that you want or hoped or thought. But I do sense like it comes back around. So I just think that there's some matters of the heart to work through. But it does feel like there is a connection that we're kind of learning more about.
Awesome.
It feels exciting. It feels like there's a bit of a dance to it. So I'm excited for you when it comes to love and romance.
Yeah, get to that Ten of Cups.
All right. Thank you again, Nivra.
Thank you, Nivra. Lovely to see you here again.
All right, hide that one. All right, Deb, thank you for the request. I would love to hear from my mother-in-law, Janie.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Let me connect with her, Deb. Okay, Deb, I'm immediately brought to a female surrounding you. She comes forward. What I'm hearing is like spicy and sweet at the same time. So I feel like this woman would have some pretty like spicy energy, but she could also just be like the sweetest and most caring person at the same time. So a bit of a duality there, if you can understand that. Um, there was also a real love for like movies with her is what she's given me. So I don't know if this would be something that you and her would do together, like maybe had a memory. But she's really drawing me to movies and a love for movies. She's also talking about leaving behind all the men. So this would be like sons. This could potentially be a partner that she left behind, but she is talking about leaving behind when she ascended. That there were several men in her life that she felt, kind of relied on her. Um, she also wants to talk about an appreciation for carrying out some of her final requests that she would have had before she passed. So she wants to come forward with a thank you or an acknowledgement for that as well. And then she's given me, I don't know if you would understand her either traveling in like a van or if at some point in her life she would have had like an RV, but she's given me these memories of like traveling kind of maybe not fully across the United States or wherever she's at, but it's like she's giving me a decent amount of travel and it feels like she's in a van or she's giving me like an RV situation. And then the energy around the month of August as well. So it feels to me like some sort of observation that she is bringing forth. So just know that she is around you, and there's feels like you and her had a very interesting connection. Is kind of what she's bringing me to. Scott or Ginger, did you have anything?
Let's say that's wonderful, but I was muted.
Say again.
I would say that's wonderful, and then I realized I was muted.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so she did the RV camping. Yeah, she's definitely bringing me to that sensation.
Yeah, I was wondering if she happened to be in heaven with her son or son. Be, I pulled an Emperor card, so she's definitely with someone who meant a lot to her. That was her strength, her pillar. Um, she really counted on him and relied on him. I'm getting her energy as a watery energy, so I don't know if she was a water sign or not, but she was definitely a nurturing woman in this image. Full disclosure, I use images for my mediumship. Um, so and I don't know if you know if she was intuitive or not, but she made a lot of intuitive decisions. She was very nurturing. And her message to you I have here is to be patient and be patient with yourself is more than anything, not just being patient in general, but being patient with yourself and day to day, such and such. I hope that helps.
Awesome. So, talking about the campfire, everything this kind of looks like a campfire scene to me. This is the Four of Cups, and usually the Four of Cups is about not finding something or not looking at something that is right there in front of you, but yet being focused on other things. And I think that this is your mother-in-law. So I think that was the relation, was the mother-in-law, right? I think that was the relation.
Yes, it was mother-in-law, she said.
Mother-in-law. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think this is your mother-in-law saying, "Hey, I'm here beside you, and I'm here as one of your guides, basically one of your helpers, and that she's willing to be there for you. And you can talk to her at any time. It's just you may not be able to see her, but you should know that her presence is there." So, um, I think that she wants you to follow your passion with the Ace of Wands, and just to follow the things that make you happy. And if that's art or writing, whatever makes you happy and brings you closer to source, I believe that she wants you to do that. And then she wants you to know that you're loved very much, and that she's there watching over you and the family is what I'm hearing. And you know that she just loves all of you very, very much. So that's what I got.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you again, Deb, for letting us connect. All right, Nancy Riker, thank you for the request. Can I have a message from my dad? Thank you. I think you can. We'll give it a shot, that's for sure. Nancy, would you understand with your dad towards the end of his time here, if he was kind of in a weakened state, because he's given me a sense, or the gentleman I'm connected to has given me a sense of that they would have been a person through most of their life that was very strong and vibrant, but they would have been in a weakened state towards the end of their time here, and I feel like they would have had a lot of help from people to do just kind of like normal everyday things towards the end of the time. So I don't know that that was super easy for them to accept and understand that he was in that position, but there is a thank you to the folks that were able to help him. If you can understand that. I do get some energy around the hands as well. So I'm not sure if the hands were kind of the first thing they were having difficulty with, but I feel like he's given me that his hands throughout most of his life were very strong and something that really never let him down. So he might have been a person that worked with his hands. Also, he wants to acknowledge that the grandsons. I feel like there's 2 grandsons, and it's weird. I'm getting like almost like a third is either. He's giving me 2 and then 1. So I feel like I want to acknowledge a total of 3, but there's something different about one of them. So he is acknowledging that as well. And also just to continue to like, I feel like there's some work or something like, it's almost like you're carrying, or there was like a torch passed. So he's talking about continuing the work or continuing what was passed forward. So I hope some of that resonates and makes sense for Dad.
Nancy, I got a couple of oracle cards that I pulled, and the first one I pulled was be of service. So I think this is the message from your dad, but I wasn't sure what exactly he meant. So I asked him if I could pull a clarifier, and sure enough, he gave me a perfect one, the tarot card of the 6 of Pentacles about generosity. And so I just think that he wants you to continue to give your time and energy, not only for yourself, but for others. But you want to make sure you do that first for yourself. Be patient with yourself. Patience is a virtue. Know that you have him as a guide too, and that he wants you to possess self-confidence. So just be sure in the things that you're doing, and know that you're making a difference. And then choose love over fear. This is the final one I got. And so don't let anything hold you back, because he's learned so much, from where he's at now, and wants you to, choose a way that you're not, consumed by negative or any kind of negative emotion. Instead, you're able to turn that around to a positive. We can't always, not have, or we can't always live in positive, the whole time. That's why we have negative emotions at times, so that we can turn them around ourselves, and then it heals it, right? So choose love over fear. So that's what I got.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
It's funny, Stopher, you mentioned the hands. I got this magician card, and I was drawn straight away to his hands.
Yeah.
And so it makes me think that he was very creative with his hands. Um, um, and you're mentioning the children, and I'm wondering if please let me know if I'm off. I'm getting my feet wet here.
Go for
If
it.
you love to do magic tricks with them, um, but he, to me, he seems like he was a very inventive man. Um, so the next card was Three of Fire, and that was telling me that he enjoyed traveling and going on adventures. Um, did he like to surprise you guys with trips growing up? Because I just get an element of surprise here. And his message to you, I have this beautiful Eight of Earth. This is about doing what you love, and he's hoping that you're doing what you love to do, and you're spending a lot of time doing it because it's a very soothing thing for you to be doing, to step away from all the chaotic world. And I don't know if it has anything to do with music as well, and it's also him telling you to take care of yourself and your health as well. And I just want to know his name real quick, if you don't mind. If you don't want to put it in, that's okay. I was just curious. Um, I heard a name and I wanted to see if I'm close. But that's what I have for you, dear Nancy.
Beautiful. I love it. I do want to say, if you're watching and you have not yet subscribed to Scott or Ginger Faye's channel, please hop over and do that. They both have fantastic channels. So subscribe, hit all the like buttons, hit all the alerts, all that good stuff. And if you haven't subscribed to me, I would appreciate you doing that as well.
Mm.
And we have to remind everybody that it's absolutely free to do so.
Hi, everybody coming in. I see Kevin Lewis is here, and Esther, and Lisa with Kindness and Light. So welcome, everybody. Just coming in.
Oh, Kevin's here? I thought I banned him. No, I'm kidding. Welcome, Kevin. Just kidding. Yes, hello everybody coming in. All right, let's focus. Focus.
And I just want to thank you guys for when you have a little confirmation for what we say, because we never know when we're right. So Nancy said he was creative and with his hands, and he loved nature. I just love the energies coming in. So I just wanted to say that. Gerald's here. Is Gerald here? Hey, Gerald.
Hello, Gerald. All right, Miss Moonlight Musing. Both parents have passed. When I was 16, that would be cool. His name was Al.
Oh, isn't that a Paul Simon song? My name is Al.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
All right, that was an 80s thing, I think. Or no. Okay. Both my parents. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Moonlight.
And Ginger, the name you were looking for, I believe, from Nancy was Homer. The dad's name was Homer.
Sorry, I like to mute when I'm here. No, I wasn't close unless his middle name was Paul.
Gotcha.
All right, Miss Moonlight. When I connect to, I believe I have your dad here, so we'll see if you can understand some of this for Al. I do get that he was full of life. There is kind of a very gregarious personality coming through, very, very sharp, and I get like he's really bringing me to work as kind of being an identity for him. So I'm feeling like work was a huge part of his life, almost um, a lot of his time. Sorry, the feedback is killing me. All right. He does give me in regards to the passing. I feel like he's given me that there was a quickness to the passing, and that there wasn't a lot of time or opportunity to say goodbye to a lot of folk. So I do feel like he's coming forward with understanding that even though his loved ones and people around him didn't get to say goodbye to him, if I'm understanding this right, that he is acknowledging that after his passing, that there was a lot of really special ways that he was memorialized. Um, would you understand? Would he have either had a child or perhaps someone close to him, like a brother or someone that was like had some deficiencies, either physical or even like mental capacity? There's like a special needs, because he's talking about them being taken care of as well. If you can understand that, and then he brings me to a lot of energy in September. It feels like a celebration that he wants to acknowledge as well.
I'll have you go, Scott, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
No, you go. I was like, I need a moment.
You need a moment? Okay. All right. So, Miss Moonlight, thanks for your question. I've got the first card I pulled was the tarot card, and it's the Five of Cups. So, I think that your dad, wants you to know that he knows that you were sorry, or not sorry, but sad, and had a lot of grief, that was going on. And you still do grieve for him, and he understands that, but he wants you to know that he's in a better place, and you know, he's got those two cups up. Those are yours to, get through this life and just remember him you know, in a good way, and that he's there for you. And then I got, which was interesting, I got the bushfires card, and it says fury. So it makes me think, of anger. And I know when my mom passed, I was very angry for a little while. And so, why her? Why at this time? And, and you might have had the same, feelings of why when I'm 16 did I have to lose my parent? But he wants to know that that's okay that you felt that way, and that he's drawing close to you. You got the magneticism card, so he's just like a magnet. He's there for you when you want to talk to him, and also that you're going to have storms, of course, like we all do. That he's going to be the cleansing rain for you, and he's going to cleanse you through the storm and bring you back, to where you need to be, and just know that you can rely on source at any time. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot of taking care of yourself as well through this, Ms.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's the message that he wants to convey to you is you take care of yourself, and he's totally fine now. And so yeah, that's what I've got. And I'm sorry you lost your dad so young, but that's
Mhm.
what I've got.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. Okay, it's interesting that you lost him young, and I have a young girl here. Um, okay, so if I'm asking about who he was coming through, I do see a lot of fire within him. So I don't know how he directed that fire, but it was passion. He what he believed in, he was passionate about. But this particular image tells me that right away he was always watching over you, and something to do with the stars. If the stars, hang on a second here. There's something to do with the stars. I can't put my finger on it right now. Okay, it's almost like whether he showed it or not, he created a string of memories of you that he held dear to himself. Um, so I don't know what your relationship was like, but there was a lot of transformational patterns he had to go through life, and he might not have given you the attention you wanted, but little things that you did, he still held close to his heart. The next one was at me asking him for a memory for you, and I got Queen of Earth. So I don't know if is there something that you did do together that you both enjoyed with, and it was something to do with creating something, whether it was projects, you know, doing something special together that was just you and him. And then I have 2 cards that came out of messages. What's that? Oh, I thought you said something. I thought, am I on mute this whole time?
Yeah, unmute yourself, Ginger. Okay.
So first I got King of Water. So that message to you says, even through tough times, you have that strength and that will to make it through. Swimming through these rough waters. You have a little friend here, meaning you can always call on him. I don't know if you can see that. He is someone that you can call on, but to call on him, you need to go into a quiet space and no distractions. Or what I like to do is put wind chimes or something on. There's noise around me, but you can go within because he is within you and he is in your heart and he holds you dear. And you can talk to him anytime, and he will send you little messages that you do it often enough, you'll start recognizing these messages for you. So I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm.
So like a little for clamps, what does that say?
You were feeling it. Wow.
I'm feeling it. He loves you dearly. Definitely.
Yeah, he's
definitely
around you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Miss Moonlight Musing. Okay, I like this one. All right, Dr. Natalie Olson, is it time for me to come out in my gifts? I think that's a quick yes.
Yes, Natalie.
Yeah, definite yes.
I'm going to pull some cards for it so we can get a little context. And then whenever, Scott, Ginger Faye, whenever you're ready, feel free to go for it.
Okay, I'm going to use a different deck because Natalie and I just met last weekend and it was the most amazing energy. I don't know if I can match that, but I hope to. I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to influence anybody's reading. You're an amazing woman, Miss Natalie. Amazing. Miss Moonlight teared up too. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Okay, Miss Natalie.
All right. Dr. Natalie Olson. Pete, I got the TikTok. All right. So, the TikTok just kind of confirms what I was already feeling, which is it's been time. I feel like it's something that's been kind of working, kind of like eating at you or kind of that desire has been building for quite a while now. I actually feel like, okay, so they're telling me that I feel like you've already received the message of a yes. So they're giving me that. I feel like it was almost like, I want to say like a year ago. If you can understand this, there was like something, I almost feel like it was like a sign, a major coincidence, something like an epiphany. So it's almost like you've already received this yes. It's just a matter of kind of like taking down your own roadblocks. I feel like the financial situation is good to where you can kind of either take a break from what you're doing that might be kind of taking some of your time resources and then apply it to, working on these gifts, these abilities, getting them out to people. So it's all there. I feel like it's all there for you. There might be some mental roadblocks, but I feel like you've got your yes already. I feel like the financing is in place to where you can take some time to focus on it. a lot of energy around August for you as well. So if you want to go ahead and start putting this in place, I feel like August is kind of like a lift off. So I hope that helps, my dear.
So kind of yes to really fast, and actually I pulled 3 cards and I got yes for every single one, and it just kind of reiterates that fact, what Stopher was saying as well, that you may be holding back just a little bit, but you got everything in place. So this says all is possible. So choosing your path. So whichever path you decide to go, guided. So I'm not sure if there's a decision along the way here that if you should be going into your gifts or not, but source will never tell you you have to do something. In fact, instead it'll be a decision that you're able to make. So got that, and then release control, surrendering to the journey. And I think this is just more of yes, and just releasing the expectations that you may have. And then you got the wondrous universe, walk in beauty. And that just made me really think that whatever it is that your gifts are going to be really, really beautiful and going to help a lot of people. And that's why I think all 3 are a yes, just because it's your decision. But I think if you choose to use your gifts, you're going to be doing a lot of service to people, and you're going to be helping them out a lot. So just keep that in mind, and I wish you all the best. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Natalie, you have to be sitting down, of course. All right, so I did a reading for Natalie, and by the end of the reading, we at the event, the whole table was filled. The high priestess came up again. Natalie, I believe, and she's going to check into it hopefully by doing past life readings. But I really picked up on her having some ancestral magical lineage, and the more we threw cards, shaman energy kept coming out. So I am not surprised the high priestess came out in this, because there's no shamans in this particular deck. This is the next best thing. So the next card I got, it says the dining table, social gathering and nourishment. So you will get nourishment as you are doing your work, and being in social gatherings. That's networking and stuff like that. There's butterflies in here, transformational energy. It's just a wonderful thing. And then I got Ocean of Love, deep love, caring, emotional support. So as long as you are putting that deep love into what you're doing, that heightens that healing energy that you have. And the emotional support. You're not only going to provide emotional support for others, but you also have many people around you that will help you with your emotional support, because as we know, as healers, we can be drained, and look to your tribe to help you replenish some of that energy. So there you go, my dear. There you go.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what you do.
Yeah.
Because it's time.
Yeah. She's a medical intuitive. She is very much so, and she is definitely a healer, and she's on the right path for sure.
Nice.
It is time. Hi,
Thank
Mel.
you, Dr. Natalie Olson. All right. So Jessica Lynn says, can I have a message from Spirit regarding finding love? So Ginger Faye, you can get your love deck back
Get my
out.
love deck out. I love the artwork in this deck. I'm in love with my love deck.
Which one do you have, Ginger? Oh, that one, the Lover's Path. You showed me that before. I thought you might have had the same one I have, because I pulled out a love deck too. So it's a different one.
I didn't want to copy you, so, and this is the other one I have. And I love this one because of the, again, with the artwork on these are just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, my newbie decks. All right.
All right, Jessica Lynn, I pulled a couple cards for you just to kind of confirm some things that I'm already kind of getting through here. We got the happy, and then we got round and round. So what spirit wants you to know, first of all, and I know it could be a little cliche, but they really are taking me kind of like to the whole like working on yourself thing. So specifically, I feel like there's some maybe relationship trauma from the past. It feels like it's actually from like quite a while ago that you might still need to kind of just like um, put a just final touches on like healing and compartmentalizing it, is what they're. So there's just a little bit of work left to do that you may not even realize. So I think the energies are just really inviting you to kind of step into that space to kind of revisit for just a brief moment and kind of allow yourself to heal. And that's really going to allow you to move forward with a full open heart and open mind. And then with the round and round, it kind of ties into that because I feel like there were some patterns from previous relationships. And once again, I feel like it started quite a while ago. This isn't necessarily something that's like a recent relationship, but I feel like they're telling me to look in different places. And if you see some of those same patterns, red flags, run the other direction because I feel like spirit's taking you to or bringing someone in that's going to be extremely different than any energy you've kind of dealt with or been connected to before. So it's really just kind of even breaking your own patterns of kind of how you've found people and the types of people that you've allowed to kind of connect with you in that way. So yeah, it's just really about kind of opening up fully, and then but also remembering to kind of break those cycles.
So, Jessica, what I got is do something for someone. This is the Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. It's got really pretty artwork in it as well. But it says, give your attention to another. So we can actually pull in love for ourselves by giving love out to those that are around us. So I think that's a message from Spirit there for you. And just be authentic, be your real true self. And then others will see, you know, who you are, and you might attract that person that is being called for you. It says, be real and true to who you are and how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last card you got was the heart of the matter. And it says, there's more going on than meets the eye. You can see all kinds of things going on in that card there. But I'm thinking with this, I'm hearing that there might be someone who is actually in your circle right now, or maybe a little outside of your circle. I'm not sure if that is, in your real life community. This community is real life too, but you know what I mean? It could be someone who is just a friend, and you are actually, um, maybe the object of affection for someone and not know it yet. So there might be someone who's already out there for you, or it might just not have developed as a relationship, and it might be a friend. So that's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
I call this community my ethereal friends,
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
all through the Ethernet.
Ooh, yeah,
All
that's
right, dear
awesome.
Jessica. So I got the Nine of Arrows, which is going to mirror the gentleman here. Nine of Arrows is about the things that keep you up at night, the worrying, the wondering, the um, being too hard on yourself. Uh, in this particular image, she's being handed an arrow. Um, so that makes me think focus and aim for what you truly want and truly desire, and that will be yours manifest. Because there's also like a little treasure box here. It's very important for you to be clear on your intentions moving forward, but also you'll gain clarity of seeing through all these wolves in sheep clothing and such. I got Princess of Staves, so that's about you moving forward with confidence and power, and passion. These staves all are about fire energy and passion. So one, you need to gain confidence within yourself before you move forward, which is interesting. This message came, and I'm going to read it, but it's going to be speaking of your love for you. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is deep as an ocean. For me, that's self love today on this card. I'm thinking you're in need of some self love, self healing before you move forward, because this also says, oh, look at that image. They're pretty.
Mhm.
Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Ooh, hello. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. So you need to get some confidence within yourself and do some inner healing, and then you'll slay it.
Heck yeah.
Slay
Love it.
it.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica Lynn.
That was fun.
All right. This one looks interesting. All right. How will my relationship with my grandson Torin be? Beautiful name. He was born Thursday night. Congratulations, Rhonda.
Aww.
Is this your first grandchild? And if you're still here, let us know, please.
Aww.
You're welcome, Jessica. You are welcome. Yeah, Rhonda, if you could just let us know that you're still here. And hello to everyone, and thank you all for still being here, all of you that have hung in there, and all that have come in. Rhonda, yes. First one, congratulations.
Yes. How special. I can wait but can't wait to be a grandma.
All right. First of all, I get Rhonda that this young man, as he grows up, I almost feel like there's so much energy around him. So I'm being asked to ask you to make sure your energy levels are up and that you are ready. And even with the family, because I think this one's going to be a handful in the best of ways. I do sense that there might be a little bit of a distance that even whether it's now or in the near future, I feel like there might be a little bit of distance that's created just by a move or a recent move that you'll have to kind of navigate. But I think I'm getting that you've got a decent amount of time resources, so you'll be able to kind of navigate those fine. And I actually feel that Torin's parents are really going to rely on you for some help and guidance with this as well. So not only will you be, I think, have the opportunity to have a good relationship with him, I think you'll also be a very important resource for your child and their partner, so his parents, if you can understand that. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for you to be a pretty good fixture in his life as he grows and develops. Exciting. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That's special. I can go. So I first wanted to find out through using my animal oracle, Torrance energy, so that'll give you a heads up. Okay, so I got the oracle whale, and the oracle speaks of dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the greatest journey in confidence, be loyal, Friends and family are your treasure. Be brave, and you are more powerful than you know. So this little tyke is going to have a lot of energy. He's going to be the type that goes after what he wants. He's going to be very daring. And he is a boy, so expect that. But he's going to be moving to a different tune. So he's going to have his own way about him of doing things. So some you might need patience with, some you're just going to be, how awesome is that, type of energy. But he has a song to sing for the world. So he's going to be well loved and be in his tribe. I got the Queen of Coins for your energy for you and him. So she's talking to me, Queen of Coins. Okay, so I just see that you baking those chocolate chip cookies in the kitchen, and he's right there underfoot and growing up and loving to help you, and you're going to be teaching him values and the importance of family and the importance of what he needs to know growing up, words of wisdom. And I got the hangman. So I'm going to liken this to what Stopher was saying. There might be times where you're not so close together physically, but you could still, you're a phone call away. Nowadays it's video call. But I think you're going to be challenged to see things from different perspectives with him. And let him learn by his own mistakes at the same time. You're teaching him his values in life. So I hope that's helpful for you, Rhonda.
Mm-hmm.
To be like his dad. I hope that's a good thing. Wonderful. Thank you.
I've got more of the same. I've got the Ace of Cups for you, Rhonda, and this is perfect because it's all about something new, creation potential, and overwhelming emotions, right? So, in a good way, in a positive way.
Ocean of emotion.
Yep, there you go. And so I see this as, yeah, he's going to be a joy to your family and to so many people. And as he grows up, of course, like anyone, he's going to have trials and tribulations, but you're going to be there to help him through that and to get him through, some rough periods, just like we all go through. And then the interesting card that I got out of this was it would be like the far off future. I got the Emperor card, and I really think that this is going to be a leader. This guy is going to be a leader. He's going to be very important for a lot of people, and he's going to look back on the way he was raised and by his parents, by his grandma. Or I don't know if you want to be called grandma, but his grandmother, which is you, and he's going to just remember those times and implement that as a leader when he's growing up or after he's grown up, because I think you've got a really important person on your in your family there, in your blood. So that's what I got for you.
Nice. You got a lot to look forward to, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us share that energy. That was lovely.
Nice. Okay, so Brenda T. Brenda T, if you're still here, please let us know so that we can connect. Mom Flora turned 100 in heaven yesterday. Does she have a message for me? Yes, thank you for sticking around with us, Brenda. All right, Brenda. When I connect to your mom, Flora, um, the energy coming in is just like a real joy. I feel like there was like a real like joy and hope for life. If you can understand when she was here, I feel like, and the word I want to use is like a wonderment, almost like she was just. She thought like the littlest things were so cool. Like she might like like what we might consider like overreact to like the anything new, anything she was just so in wonder of everything. If you can understand that for her personality. Um I do get the sense she's showing me the family has like grown exponentially. So this would be her way of showing like a lot of grandchildren and even great grandchildren. And I feel like I'm being drawn to there being a lot of females as far as the grandchildren and great grandchildren as well. Um, she does want to talk about, and if you can understand, I feel like not just with her, but being uh, almost like handed down or the ability or the desire to do like crafts. I feel like she might have been very very crafty, and she's talking about you and some other people in the family continuing to do this as well. She does want to bring my attention to it's regarding like lineage. So it's like something you I feel like you are either kind of spearheading or putting together that has to do with like the family tree, getting people together, or creating some kind of something that really appreciates the lineage of the family. So she's acknowledging this for you and coming through with a lot of appreciation for that. Um, I do get energy around June and July, and I feel like she's shown me this coming June and July specifically. There's a lot of things happening. I think there's a lot of travel, is what she's showing me as well. So she just knows that she's protecting around those events that are happening in June and July of this year. Because I feel like it has a lot to do with the family as well. Um, and I feel like there's like either grandchildren or great grandchildren that are just starting, like almost like she's giving me like graduating, going to college, kind of these like stepping stone life events. So just know that she's with them in those events as well. So she's around everyone. I feel like she's really just kind of still the matriarch.
Go ahead, Ginger, if you're
Okay,
ready.
sure. So I'm in line with Stopher here about her energy. She's Queen of Fire, all about creativity and putting passion into her whatever she does. And being the queen, she has set up space. She's set up like her own little, uh, she's like the mother hen figure. And I this woman really shows me that matriarchal um, stance that it's almost like she would almost act like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a Scorpio woman. They're very oh, they're stern, but they have those weak loving spots that peek out when she thinks no one's looking, like caring for something. Um, like I just have this vision of she would pretend she didn't like animals or something, and then when nobody's looking, playing with the puppy or something like that. um, I asked for a shared memory, and I have King of Earth here. So I don't know how old you were when she passed, but this King of Earth, I can't separate if a shared memory is with the grandfather as well, and it has to do with being in the nature. A lot of nature things happening today. Something about in being in the nature. Um, if there was woods by the house, taking walks into the woods or something like that. King is all about his family and trying to keep everything in order. So that could be her energy as well. And then her message to you, I got the messenger of water. And I feel like she's saying, look for the little things. There's a message in all the little things that I send you. I'm watching over you. Just talk to me. And um, There'll be little things that might not mean something to someone else, but it'll spark a memory of her to you for you. Aries isn't King of Earth Aries? No, that's not Aries. I'm not sure. Um, anyways, sidetracking here. I love this image of this mermaid speaking to the seahorse. The seahorse energy is all about that balance between maternal and paternal energies, and so she may be saying, uh, asking you to keep your balance. I be honest, I totally got lost in my own mind over here. Um, I just know that she's sending you messages, but the messages could also be coming from the grandfather figure as well. Um, so look for the little signs around you. So, what
Nice.
happened there?
Thank you. Scott, what do you have?
All right. So what I got for you, Brenda, is first card I pulled out was the power card, and this is volcanoes. This is from the Elemental Oracle, and I was a little perplexed by this card, so I pulled a clarifier out of the tarot deck, and it was 10 of Wands, and I'm like, okay, now I know what you're saying. That you've been carrying a lot. You could have had a lot of burden going on with you, but you know she wants you to know that you have the power to overcome that. Okay, and you're close to overcoming that, and also that her connection with you was so real and was so great, and just that you still have that connection even though she's not here. You still have that connection. Okay, so don't ever doubt that, and knowing that she's there with you even though you can't see her on this physical realm. And then I got snow, which is silence, is what it says there. And I think she's saying that when you need to find her, just go to a silent place and then you can walk in and she will come to you. And just think that she loves you very, very, very much and wants you to know that. And you'll find her in the silence, in the stillness. So that's what I got for you.
I love it. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda.
All right. How are you guys feeling? We're a little over an hour. I think we'll maybe do one or two more if you guys have it.
Yeah, that sounds
Sure.
good.
Perfect. And thank you for everyone that is still here that is watching. We appreciate you. We love the support. If you have not gone over to Scott and Gingerface channels, respectively, please do that. Do all the subscribing, liking, and hitting the alerts so you know when they post content or go live. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you do that as well.
Natalie wants to go 6 hours. Let's go.
Wow.
Can you imagine doing a marathon?
Oh, no, because once I get hungry, which is happening right now, not cute.
I'm gonna get hungry.
I do get angry.
Hungry.
Right. She says, joking. All right. So we'll do two more. We've got a few start here. Okay. I know he asked this a while ago. So Taro, your way, if you're still around, you're still here in the chat, please let us know, and then we'll connect to Norma, your auntie.
Okay, Norma Jean. All right. Are you like Marilyn Monroe is your aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
What
is
made
that
me think.
something? Okay. All right, my friend.
All right. Thank you, Taro, your way. Thank you for sticking around for the long haul. Let's see if we can bring in Norma. Or Norma Jean, sorry.
Okay, Thomas, what I got, the first card is from your Aunt Norma Jean, that she wants you to trust your intuition. So go with that gut feeling that first comes when you have decisions to make. She's giving you the advice just to trust. And usually what that first, gut instinct is usually the one from source. So, if you have other, after you've made, or let me back up. Before you made a decision, it could be that um, the first gut feeling, and then you're like, and what if I should do this, or should I do this instead? Instead, just cut that out and go with your gut intuition. And she wants you to know you're never alone. And I love how this is kind of in gold. I don't know if you can see it there on the screen or not. It's got gold and orange in it. And she just wants you to know that you're never alone, and that it doesn't matter where you go, that you've got your angels around you, your guides around you, and have an attitude of gratitude, because she's thankful for the time that she had here on earth, and wants you to be also, and just thankful for everything that's around, and that you have a roof on your head, or not on your head, over your head. Then there you go. And there's just something to always be thankful for. So that's what I've got for you. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to go, Ginger, or did you want me to go? I can't hear you.
My little cursor isn't working properly. No, I was saying I thought we were going to be reading for Auntie M there for a second. Roofs on the head, Scott. Okay, so I asked about your Auntie M. Auntie M. No. Yes, Miss Norma Jean's energy. I got 7 of Earth. So I love that. So if this is proper, correct, she was a patient person, and she loved to work in the garden, and maybe she actually happened to believe in fairies, because this person here is communicating with this fairy like through telepathy. So she was a very down-to-earth woman, and didn't mind getting her fingers all dirty. As for shared memory, I have page of air, so I'm trying to translate that. Shared memory has to do here for me with an angel. I might do another card. Or do you have a shared memory of throwing up a feather and blowing that feather keep it up, or a bubble, keep blowing at it so it won't come down and pop. That's coming to me. And then I have her message to you is 6 of water, and she's just she too is doing a lot of nostalgic memory, like meditation type thing. She's got a lot of fond memories with you, and she wants you to focus on these memories. And I'm going to pull one more card. And maybe one of the memories has to do with a pond. I'm not sure. And so this next one is 5 of fire. So message to you there is working through the tough times. You got to get that fire within you and push forward. And losing my voice. And you can always call upon her for assistance, because it seems like she's here for you more than you think. And so call upon her and your guides for assistance through the tough times.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have. But I would like to know if there's a connection with an angel memory or feathers. of some sort.
It's interesting you say that, Angel, because I'm going to be talking about that as well. So she definitely gave me that. Tarot, your way, if you could, we would love a little bit of validation. So if you're able to connect with any of this information coming through, if you could put that in the comments, we would be so appreciative.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tarot, your way. So when I connect to Auntie Norma Jean, she first comes through almost like calling herself mom. So if you can understand, if she was, I do believe she was a mom, but to you specifically, if there was mother energy there, because that's how she's coming through to me, like straight out the gate. I do feel like she was a bit of an eclectic personality, but also kind of simplified her life, if you can understand that. I think she was not a simple person, but I think she had kind of a simple way of doing things. I do get the angels connection. So, and I see you're confirming the feathers, but there's something about angels that she's bringing up for me as well. The month of October is important for her. So this would be a date of transition. This would be her birthday or a life event. Also, do you understand? Did you live with her at one point? Because she's talking about like moving you in, or somebody moving in with another one. So she has given me that as well, as there was some point in her life when you may have lived either very close to her or in the same home as her. For you, she wants to tell you, do not, when it comes to like matters of like love and partnership, do not get discouraged, because it's almost like she's bringing me to you. You might have had some recent disappointments in that department. So she wants you to know not to get discouraged. And she's walking with you in that journey as well. And then create is what she's telling you, to continue to create things and be creative. Because I feel like that's what she's saying, like the reason you're here. She gives me, I know this is a lot, sorry. She gives me eights as a symbol for her. So you can understand the 888. I believe she's showing you these. And then if you can understand, was she a reader herself or an intuitive herself? Because I'm being drawn to that kind of energy.
Maybe that's where the angel keeps coming.
So yeah, if you can understand any of that, we would appreciate validation or confirmation. All right, one more, and then we'll be then I have to go get some food.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, Mackenzie, are you still around? Let us know.
Is it when you mean get out of the pit?
Get out of this. Okay, yeah, let me read it. Can you please tell me when I will get out of, I believe there was this uncomfortable living situation.
Okay.
Notice Scott Ginger and even Stopher having cough or voice problem. I don't have a voice problem. Let me make that clear. I don't have a cough either. Kindness and light. Don't put that on me.
Oh, that's a good question though, but I was wondering, because at the beginning I was feeling something in this area, and I was wondering what she might have had trouble with, and this would be more lung, not heart, or something.
Yeah, this is like I don't have a cough or a voice problem, so
I've coughed a couple of times, but not during this one. So
I am, because I've had 2 very busy weekends that I normally don't speak a lot, and I was literally losing my voice.
All right, thank you, Tarot, your way. She looked like my mother. Here, I'll put that up.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank each other. She was part of a 3-person team that packed the parachutes for Apollo's missions and splashdowns. I love it. October is my sister.
wow.
I think that got cut off. Her sister, my mom, passed away. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, we're still looking for Mackenzie. Did you pop up in here? Nope. All right, let's see if anybody else is in here. see.
Quincy's here.
Mackenzie's here? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So Mackenzie, I got right off the bat the Two of Wands here, and this is about making a plan. So I think you need to sit down and plan out different ways that you can get out of the situation. And if you do that, then that's going to make it easier to implement those plans. So I would just say sit down, write out some goals that you have and ways to attain them. This is all about having a plan and then being able to move forward with it. And in your advice card, you got the victory card, you got the Six of Wands. So your advice is to manifest that you're in another place, I would say. So if it's uncomfortable where you're at, just manifest that you're in a good place and live as if you're in a good place, and then that will come out because you'll manifest it. So sometimes we have to fake it till we make it. So that's going to help you bring in the final card here, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And she's all about nurturing others, nurturing yourself. I see you at a place with a big garden. It might be, a common area. I'm not sure, but this is in nature. So I think you're going to be in a place with, a lot of plants around, a lot of trees around. And I think that it's going to happen fairly soon for you. I don't have a specific timeline. Maybe the others can help with that. But I do think that it's definitely going to happen for you, and you're going to be in a better place, eventually. So just keep manifesting and write down your plan as well. And I think it will come to fruition for you. That's what I got.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to go, Ginger Faith?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, clearing. Okay, so I like that you've got the this is the World card. So the Fool is on. So sometimes we have to go through things because there's a lesson to be learned from it. But this Fool is ending a journey and beginning a new journey. So this will be ending for you, and you will be going forward into a new journey. And you will have a companion by your side. That could be a good friend. That could be a guide of yours, or just somebody who has information for you that would help you out of there. Right now, I can definitely see that you're kind of tormenting yourself in a sense. I like this particular Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords are all about your thinking, and you're thinking so much, it's kind of analysis paralysis is what I like to call it. But in this image, the cardinal is out of the cage. That means you have a spirit guide that's walking with you, are flying with you. Cardinals are all about loved ones, letting you know that they're near. So you are definitely being watched over. I got the Fool, which is all about taking risks. And there again is his companion. And he was also in this journey card here, I'll call it. And then you got the Sun card, which is coming into lightness from the darkness. So be patient, and as Scott say, make your plans carefully and take care of yourself in the meantime, and it'll all work out for you. I don't have a timeline, unfortunately, for you.
I'll give a timeline. All right. I'm actually getting, and I think there's opportunities for this to change before the month I'm going to give you, but I sense a lot of energy around October as a change. There might be actually a situation where there's a temporary move, and then October is where there's a lot more energy around a better situation or a more permanent situation. What I get though is there's a connection to like either a lease or an understood amount of time that we're staying there, or that another person is staying there in the place where you're living. I do get the sense, and I did get the change in the wind card, so there are going to be some changes around your situation, but I think really October is when I've got you in like the situation where you're going to be for a while. And then if you can understand, because I got a couple cards that the coming apart and then the soulmates. So would this involve either a romantic partner or a very, very close longtime friend? I just sense that there might be a relationship situation that's we're kind of growing out of, or there may have been something that we've learned that makes it uncomfortable. I do want to like pass on it's almost like if you can have some understanding about their situation, because I feel like you've kind of grown out of the situation. So it's almost like continue to have patience and understanding as much as you can, and then you'll have your opportunities to kind of move forward and get in a better spot. But really look forward to October for sure. So I hope that helps, my dear.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Great messages tonight.
Yeah, thank you both. Thank you everyone that is still here hanging out with us. I think that's going to close. It's going to close the show because I'm hungry and my mouth is getting dry. That's usually a sign.
Yeah,
It's time to go.
I'm losing my voice here.
All right. Do either of you have any lives coming up that you'd like to share?
Let's see. I have on next Saturday. I don't have any tomorrow, but I might do a pop up. Who knows? Maybe even tonight. Who knows with me? But Saturday the 15th, I have Wisdom Joan and Jason Tempinski, and then on the 16th, I have the Tarot Magician Renee, and then I have this guy named Stopher who's coming on
Right.
as well. So on the 16th, so that'll be next weekend. So that's what I got coming up.
That's awesome. Well, what I've got coming up, hopefully in about a month's time, is another collaboration here. In the meantime, I'm kind of waiting for school to get out before I can dive in and give YouTube more of my energy. But I've got a couple paranormal people kind of lined up. I just got to do some finishing up there. Do you know about my paranormal lives, Stopher? Okay, so it's all about if someone is living in or has lived in a haunted location, we use the tarot to explore the energies of it. We've done my first one was the Amityville house. And then Sasha Graham came on. She's, Llewellyn's book creator, deck creator. Mm-hmm. So she had visited a castle in Italy, and we explored that using tarot, and it was the most amazing thing. It's for entertainment purposes only, but the stories that come out of using the tarot, we've kind of concluded that the Knights of Templar had been there. We were wondering if that's where the Holy Grail is. And she also thought that there might be also a book there that they don't want us to know about. So it was really interesting. So, so that's what the paranormal investigations are all about.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'll check that out. When is that?
Well, I just had one last night, and I'm talking to a couple more people. But if you know anybody, being in California, if you know any haunted locations and it could be something well known or something known in your parts. At the event I was just in, there was a paranormal team there actually, and I'm hoping to have one of them connect with me so that we can do sort of a validation reading. They've investigated a place, and I want to see if the tarot will validate what they have uncovered. So those are my plans.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. So does someone have to be in the location, or you just kind of connect with it remotely?
No, it'd be like you telling me about the Whaley House. and we, just I have a base questions like, what's the energy of the land? Sometimes the hauntings are because of land. And you know, we ask what the energy is about, the intentions of the energies, and then if somebody's been there or lived through it, they start telling their story, and we just take pauses and start pulling cards. And it's just not just me and the guest; it's also the chat brings cards, and we've just had a lot of fun with it.
I love that. Actually, I'm thinking of a place. It's not here in California, but it's fairly well known. I think it's been on some paranormal shows before, but it's in my hometown of Evansville, Indiana. It's the
Oh,
Willard Library. It's fairly
okay.
well known. And there's an entity there that's known as the Gray Lady. They
Oh,
actually have, I don't know if they still do, but back in the day they had like a 24-hour cam that you could
right.
go online and watch.
I think I've seen some of those episodes. It's really interesting. Yeah. So yeah, things like that. So it's a lot of fun. It really is.
Yeah, I'll check out one of the playbacks if they're on your channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Check out the one with Sasha Graham and the castle. That was one of the most interesting ones.
Okay, yeah, I'll check them out.
Yeah.
Hi, Bora Bora. Yeah, so and thank you for sharing that, Ginger
Yeah.
Faith.
Thank you.
I tomorrow will be going live at 6 p.m. Pacific time with Jason Topinski and Kevin Lewis, the Healy Medium. So if anybody wants to tune into that, and then of course I'll be with Scott next week. Looking forward to that. And Scott, we're going to be on your channel, right?
Oh, what was that? So I was writing down I was writing down the time when you were going to be on tomorrow. So
yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow.
So 3 for Eastern. Okay, what was your question?
And then next week, I think we're going to be on your channel.
Yes, we will be on my channel.
I mean, either way, it's fine. My memory's bad.
Yeah, I think that's what I wrote down. So.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you all. This was
you all enjoyed it.
And yeah, we'll do it again soon.
Okay. Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
Everybody.